Tonight, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Memphis taking on the Orlando Sentinels.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Orlando Sentinels and the Memphis Steamers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Memphis team as they get ready here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they...
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this. Led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 20 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
They bring their punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 16 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 6. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1st and goal at the 1. Walker, touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
2nd and 9 now. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Running right, here's Brown. He's got room at the 30. And some room to work. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steamers have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Orlando takes back over on offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Got his open man, it's Carr. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Okay, great.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
taken down at the 21. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a handoff up the middle. Simmons. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9.
Shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Working with a 2nd and 3. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Here's Walker. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Walker once more, trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. That time, a 6-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And some space here. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. 91 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Being chased out left. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steamers have cut the lead back down to 2. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and this is now a 1-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carr. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he fields it cleanly. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he fends him off. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Carr. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Touchdown! From 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now the try here for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drives 7 plays in length. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Reed. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Up the middle they go. It's Simmons, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Sentinels have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he will find his man on the outside. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. They'll come.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simmons. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Simmons. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a handoff up the middle. Simmons. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Under Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Complete. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peak.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Draw play for Brown. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face a third down. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Steamers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Orlando takes back over on offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. On second down now, it's Simmons, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Simmons. A gain of 3, second down. Up the middle they go. It's Simmons. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. An inside give to Jones. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Simmons. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Carr. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, it's Simmons.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
16 yards, a 1st down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line, and linebacker second level, and the secondary the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Yard line. Mario Addison coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
On second down now, Keys. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough third and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steamers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. And he powers his way up past the 30. The gun now on third down. Throwing middle. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Up the middle, Jones. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Orlando takes back over on offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the defense. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Running right, Jones. And he'll work down inside the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. And now this offense comes back out onto the help result from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, it's Simmons. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Carr. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Simmons. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. The return is Reed. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. On 2nd down now, it's Simmons. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On second down, it's Simmons, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right back to him on first down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down now, it's Simmons. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On third down, Simmons. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little...
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So a pressure kick there by the young man, and that should be enough to finish this one off.
Well, he's a second-year guy now, so he says, don't call me a rookie anymore. And I tell you, he's got a bright future in this league. And kicks like that are going to make sure he sticks around for a good long while.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.